On Tech News for the week.
Stakeholders promote SDG 8 at the national launch of YouthCan in Lagos. As part of efforts to align with the Sustainable Development Goals (SDGs), which is a universal call to action to end poverty, protect the planet, and ensure that all people enjoy peace and prosperity, the SOS Children's Villages International, in partnership with other stakeholders, officially launched the YouthCan initiative in Lagos on Wednesday. The YouthCan initiative is a global partnership that supports disadvantaged young people to successfully manage the transition from school to independent adulthood. And this, according to the organizers, is in line with the Goal 8 of the SDG, which focuses on decent work and economic growth. Speaking at the Lagos launch was Dr. Ben Akabueze, Director General, Budget Office of the Federation, who charged youth to be partners of national economic growth by gaining the much-needed skills to survive within the workforce and remain employable so as to reduce the level of unemployment across the country. The DG was ably represented by the Technical Assistant of the Budget Office of the Federation, Yinka. She highlighted the various initiatives put together by the federal government to help reduce unemployment from 13.9% in 2016 to 11.23% by the year 2020.
I mean, it's easy to look at these initiatives and the numbers we're talking about. I mean, this is Nigeria with a population of over 180 million people. And these numbers seem insignificant compared to the problem we're talking about. Another youth initiative which I want to talk about is the setup of the Job Creation Unit in the Office of the Vice President. So this unit has been created to basically consolidate all of government's efforts to create sustainable jobs, because I'm sure as you're aware we have several initiatives going on and several sectors have been targeted, and this is the realization of what's happening with the modern economy and also the structure of our own country. So we have a country with a huge youth population, so any initiatives we want to develop have to be labor intensive so that we can engage a large number of people, but then it also has to be forward looking. So we also have to develop skills in ICT and other knowledge sectors. So that's what was behind the selection of these sectors. As you can see at the top, we're looking at economic transformers and mass employers.
Also speaking at the event was Professor Pat Utomi. He stressed on the constraints of doing business in Nigeria and the need for young people to improve on their employability skills and more.
One of the things that I believe in is finding champions that you can hold accountable for specific targets. Saying, for example, we need a target of creating X million jobs. What are the kinds of areas that we'll need to do this? Who are particular people we can pick as champions for, let's say, a particular value chain? And the person goes out and is not restrained and should creatively find the resources, not a challenge that is based on we'll give you so much money. Because part of the problem in Nigeria, we've always given too much money and they've not been able to get much done. But if they have the creativity, they will find ways around problems and create the necessary environment for achieving those goals that have been set. We need to tweak our educational system, there's no question about it. And we need to find creative ways. We can even find intervening, if you will, institutional arrangements. For example, maybe we need finishing schools now. A typical person getting a typical degree in Nigerian university maybe has his mind or her mind opened up some, but they really don't have workplace capacity. If you had a good 6-month or 1 year finishing school program that is really action-oriented and get people to be able to work properly in the workplace, you could add significant value to those 4 years that they've spent in the university.
Representatives of SOS Children's Villages spoke on the YouthCan initiative and the need for public-private partnership in tackling the problem of unemployment in the country.
Within the framework of the key intervention that we do in SOS, we start in key activities. These are the key activities. Here we go through outputs, outcomes, and the impact. Key activities are, for example, like participation of young people in decisions affecting their lives, even when they are young. How to save money. Jeff was mentioning how to split the money so that he could have savings to use them in other places. These are little activities. Then we reach outcomes like, okay, how do the young people get the opportunities? How do the young people use this relevant education and skills to reach the final impact, which for us is clear. Young people have a decent, long-term, stable employment when they grow up. We coach by following a simple idea. I am, I belong, and I participate. We give career orientation. Young people are empowered to take their own responsibilities. Mentor support them individually. We give them life skills. What he was mentioning, running a home, negotiating, conflict resolution, raising a family. We train language skills, technology skills, life skills, CV, writing, etc. We facilitate practice through innovation and technology. We want to give access to computers. Computer is not only Facebook. Computer is access to a network of support that people can get. Access to information is the step. It's the easiest thing that we can give everybody around the world. We don't need to build a house. We just need an internet connection. And this is there already.
YouthCan project is a global project which was launched in South Africa in the month of March this year. And Nigeria happens to be one of the pilot countries. The idea is actually to prepare young people to transit from the normal school and learning environment to being able to fit into the workplace or create their own business and become able to succeed in life. Interestingly, we have a lot of partners that we've been working with even before the YouthCan in addressing young people's employability issues, and for us I think it's very key for public-private partnership to build this alliance to be able to reach many more young people and support the drive of government to be able to implement the SDGs, in particular Goal 8 as it were, so that we can support our young people because they are the future leaders of tomorrow.
The adoption of the Sustainable Development Goals offers a unique opportunity to foster investment and collaboration on youth employment. Key targets recognize today's employment challenge and call for action on employment and entrepreneurship.